Moving onwards to our next session, Digitalizing Learning and Development, an essential step for nurturing exceptional talent. Introducing our thought leader, Mr. Kabir Aswani, Vice President of Learning and Development at Moody's Corporation. Mr. Kabir Aswani is the Vice President of Training, Strategy and Operations at Moody's Corporation with over 17 years of experience in global learning industry. Welcoming Mr. Kabir Aswani with a huge round of applause.
Joshua, how are you doing? That's a hard act to follow, buddy. Great presentation. Round of applause for Joshua, by the way. Okay, good stuff. Let's do this. How's everybody doing? My name is Kabir Aswani. How's everybody doing? I know you guys skipped breakfast. That sucked. How is everybody doing? Make some noise. Come on. Okay, good. Thank you very much. My name is Kabir Aswani. I Moody's Vice President, Learning and Development. Been here doing this for many, many years now. That's my time over here, so let's jump into it. So I'm a little nervous, I will tell you that. This is my first time doing this, so just please be nice to me, and if I suck, please give me a round of applause nevertheless, okay? Brilliant. So once again, let's make this formal now. So good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, esteemed innovators, educators and pioneers of change. Today I'm here to tell you a story, right? A story which is part epic adventure, part comedy of errors, and all about the transformative power of one man's vision. You want me to wear a microphone? It's not clear. Not clear. Is this okay? Okay. Okay. Right. Can you turn it on for me, please? Testing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can you guys hear me okay? Can you hear me okay now? Can you guys hear me okay? All right, brilliant. So let me do this all over again. So I'm going to tell you a story today, a story that is part epic adventure, part comedy of errors, and all about the transformative power of one man's vision, right? Now, I'd like you to picture a state where digitization is king, and that's the state we're in right now. Now, through this entire journey, we have the hero of our journey. His name is Arjun. Right? And Arjun, like all of us, found himself navigating through the tumultuous scene of technological innovation. You can't hear me? Very slow. Very slow or very soft? Let's do this again. Is this better? Do you want me to move? Is this better now? Okay, great. All right, perfect. So let me talk to you about my friend Arjun. Right? So Arjun found himself navigating through the tumultuous scene of technological innovation. Now, Arjun was unlike any other corporate bigwig that you and I know, right? He was a cross between a mad scientist and a Zen master, a quirky blend of brilliance and eccentricity. Now, he started his day with a double shot of espresso and wild scribbles on a napkin. And let me tell you something, ladies and gentlemen, those wild scribbles proved to be a game changer. Now, like all of us today, Arjun found himself challenged adopting digital innovation, like every single one of us. But Arjun did not just adapt, he thrived. And that's what I'd like to talk about today. What Arjun did was he was able to find opportunities where others found obstacles, and he was able to convert setbacks into stepping stones. And that is how he was able to really look at the transformation of learning and development. Now, what is unique about this story, ladies and gentlemen, today is not just his personal journey, but his ability to be able to inspire an organization to embrace a future where learning and development is absolutely limitless. So let's embark on this journey today, a journey which is filled with laughter, tears, maybe an awkward PowerPoint presentation or two. And through this entire journey, you will discover the importance of innovation, the power of resilience, and the ability to never underestimate a great cup of coffee. All right. Welcome to Arjun's world, ladies and gentlemen, a world where anything is possible and the opportunities are limitless. Now, I'd like you to picture yourself in this really weird theme park. Okay? This theme park is called Digitization World. It's not an easy word to say, right? You're probably thinking, what the heck is Digitization World? Well, digitization world, ladies and gentlemen, is this particular place where the rides are unconventional, the mascots are robots, and the snacks are gluten-free, of course, right? Now, in digitization world, there's this one ride only that promises to take you through the weird, wild, wacky, wondrous world of digital innovation. That's the Arjun experience, right? You're probably thinking, well, what is the Arjun experience? The Arjun experience is your journey as leaders, right? In this world, digital is the new normal. And let me tell you folks, being a leader today is extremely difficult. It isn't a walk in the park. Apart from everything that you have to deal with, you also find yourself navigating through this labyrinth of algorithms, emojis, and those weird TikTok trends, right? And I'd like to tell you today that I'm not here to entertain you. I'm here to inspire you, to engage you, and to perhaps challenge you ever so slightly. Because that's the world we live in right now, right? A completely different world as leaders. So what is the Arjun experience? I'd like you to do this for me. I'd like you to put your VR goggles on. Hold on tight, because this experience is about to begin. Okay? Let's fast forward a couple of years before. Arjun's first sojourn into his digital odyssey, right? Arjun was sitting at his table. Imagine piles and piles and piles of paperwork, a lukewarm mug of coffee, and here's what was happening, right? Employee turnover was going up by a staggering 22%. It was creeping up like a sneaky ninja, right? And Arjun found himself thinking, oh, we're just ticking those damn boxes, right? And this kept him up at night. Kept thinking about disgruntled employees, about missed opportunities. And suddenly through that beacon, suddenly through that darkness, he stumbled upon this question like a beacon. The statistic like a beacon, apologies, right? The statistic said that companies that dive into digital learning show an 18% improvement in employee engagement. Now, I don't know what all of you guys would hear, but that's what we call a eureka moment in business, right? And he started thinking to himself, what can I do to be able to basically improve the way I engage my employees? Now, gone are the days of those dusty training manuals and those soul-sucking seminars, right? I hope you're with me on that, right? That should be replaced with this beautiful ecosystem of digital learning where with the click of every single mouse button, there is an improvement in your personal life and your professional life. Now, armed with nothing but a laptop, definitely not a Dell laptop, but now armed with nothing but a laptop and a dream, Arjun said, let me conquer the digital world. Now, let me talk about 4 products that Arjun unleashed on his unsuspecting organization. The first tool was MentorMe. MentorMe, right? MentorMe was this beautiful mentoring platform available for all people. But let me tell you, it was a backstage pass of absolute greatness. I'd like you to picture Ria for a second. She changed from office wallflower to a purple peacock strutting her stuff on steroids, right? And Arjun said, well, with MentorMe, right, our coffee breaks have become shorter because people are actually too busy learning, right? Ria became overlooked to overbooked. That's what we want, right? In Arjun's world, the coffee pot was empty, the minds were full, and people were exchanging ideas like intellectual ping pong faster than a squirrel on steroids, right? The other thing we had was these beautiful customized training modules, AI driven, of course, because Arjun wouldn't want to have it any other way. And we had the office skeptic whose name was Vijay. For the first time in his life, tell him I'll call him later. Okay? For the first time in his life, right, Vijay found himself laughing on a module in cybersecurity. Right? First time in his life. Vijay said, it's like my app knows that I hate these boring lectures. Right? And that laughter was music to Arjun's ears. Now with MentorMe and with customized AI-driven modules, what happened was the learning curve shot up higher than a rocket on a sugar high. And that's what I'd like you to start thinking about is learning became priority through this digital landscape, right? And that's the way it should be. Let's talk about 2 more tools. Just want to check, how is everybody doing? Everybody okay? Yes or no? Can I ask you to smile for me uncomfortably, please? That joke always works. Beautiful. Okay, great. So the next thing that Arjun did was he introduced his team, don't laugh at me, introduced his team to this interesting learning tool called AI-Sha, because why not, right? AI-Sha, right? Now, AI-Sha was an addition to the learning and development team. AI is no longer a tool, but AI is absolutely a part of your team. Now with AI Shah, what happened was those dull, mundane office tasks that learning and development people have to do was taken care of her. They trembled in front of her, those tasks, not the people of course. And she sliced through all those tasks like a samurai slicing through bamboo, right? Now the learning and development team, for the first time in their lives, they weren't constrained by spreadsheets and emails. They could innovate, they could ideate, and they could push the boundaries, right? So let's raise a glass to AI Shah, right? That beautiful tool that was able to finally get people to start thinking about learning, right? So may her algorithms be ever insightful, may her insights be ever interesting, and of course, may her humor always be intact because she was the MVP of the playing field, hitting sixers and also scoring touchdowns. The last tool I'd like to talk about, and our friend spoke about it today, is virtual reality. We all know about it, but I'll touch upon it very quickly because I don't want to spend too much time. But picture our friend Sunita, right? Instead of actually working on a production line, she could gamify production on the AR headset, right? Which means productivity in the office improved by 40% because every time she made a mistake, well, she could just respawn the equipment, right? Productivity increases, you win the corporate roulette, you don't win money, but you do win productivity, which always makes sense. No-brainer for everybody. That's what I'd like you to consider. But the other thing I'd like you to consider is also DE&I. We're all talking about DE&I, we all talk about prevention of sexual harassment. These modules exist in an e-learning format. Some of them could be dull and boring. Imagine you are actually in a situation using your VR headset, right? Suddenly you understand what it means to basically spend or invade somebody's personal space. You know what it feels like to say something to people that might make them a tad uncomfortable. VR can enable that, and that was introduced by Arjun. Finally, right, I'd like to just get you to start thinking about the fact that with these capabilities, you can now engage people differently. Right? You can create a tool that causes the learner to communicate with the e-learning platform. Let me say it again, I probably didn't say that as articulately as I should, right? You can create a tool where your customer, your client, your learner can communicate with the e-learning tool and it will speak back to you. So with that, what happens is you can take any course and you can hyper-personalize it because we've done that in our organization. And with that, what happens is every single learning experience is different, but every single learning experience takes you to the same goal, like my friend said over here. I'd like to conclude my presentation because I have 1 minute left, right? And I'd like to leave you with two things. India is the land of spirituality. It's also the land of digital revolutionaries like Arjun and his merry band of misfits, right? Now, Arjun did not just go ahead and accept digital learning for what it was. He rode the entire wave, right? And his conversion from skepticism to a thought leader was inspirational for all of us. Why is that? Because in 2025, our country will reach a $3.2 billion revenue as far as digital learning is concerned. Right now, every firm should not just dip their toes in it, but they need to cannonball into digital learning because that's the way the learning curve is progressing. Right? I'd like to leave you with this last thing. With a little bit of innovation and a good cup of coffee, what you can do is you can actually create modules together for people that people will enjoy. And this is, a testament to all our collective work together. Ladies and gentlemen, let's continue to lead with zeal, to inspire with passion, and leave ingenuity and innovation in our way. Thank you very much.
Thanks a lot, Mr. Kabir Aswani, for sharing your thoughts on digitizing learning and development. To do the felicitation, I request Mr. Palani Vice President of Learning and Development from IIFL Samastha Finance Limited.